What's up guys, Boss here, and as you can see I'm currently 8-0 right now in this Grand Challenge, and what I'm going to be using is the best Mega Knight deck in the game right now. So I realized I haven't made a Mega Knight video in such a long time, which is kind of surprising, but I guess it hasn't been great in the meta. Of course, you guys, a lot of you might be mid-ladder players and see Mega Knight everywhere, but at the top of ladder in competitive, Mega Knight has been kind of weak recently, except now where this deck is so strong. You see a Mega Knight Ramrider deck with the Archer Queen, of course, and then you got the Ghost and the Bandit for some solid pressure, and then Lightning is going to be good to take out other people's Archer Queens. There's also a lot of Goblin Cage, which Lightning is going to be really good against. Then Ewiz, even though you got Lightning, it's always good to have it as a support card. It can get you a lot of value on defense, and Barbell just kind of for, another defensive card and applies a little bit of pressure too in this kind of like bridge spam type deck. So before we head in the first game, if you guys would like to support me, use my creator code BOSS in any Supercell game. Really do appreciate all the support from you guys. It does mean a lot. I'm also pretty high up on ladder right now, 9th in the world right now. I'm using this deck, but because I want to switch up the videos I'm making decks on, maybe I'll do another ladder video in a couple days with this deck, because as I said, I don't have all my cards maxed. But anyway, with that being said, we have a quick sponsor for today's video. Thank you Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video, the best strategy RPG game available on mobile and PC. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code to download today. If you guys didn't know, there's hundreds of different characters in Raid, and they all fall in a different faction, and the faction I'm going to be introducing to you guys today is the Dwarf faction. There's a variety of them. They all look pretty cool. I mean, just look at the graphics and artwork. It's pretty incredible. Make sure to collect some of them because they're surely going to help you in your gameplay. I'm going to show you guys a couple of my favorite Dwarf champions. The first one here is Trunda. She's a very strong legendary attack one. The second one I'm going to show you guys is called Rockbreaker. I mean, look at how tough he looks. He's a really strong defense one that is an epic. One of my favorite parts about Raid is there's so many different kinds of champions in the game. I'm going to summon a couple of them right now for you guys, and they're always updating the games, adding new champions, and there's a new feature coming to the game, the Garden Ring, which is going to allow you guys to use your champions in a lot of different new ways that have never been seen before in this game. Here's a little sneak peek of the big Guardian Ring update coming later this month. So we're going to get the Master Butcher here. Let's go ahead and summon one more. Let's see which one we get, and we're now going to unlock, what is it, the Lumberer. Now is the best time to get a head start and download the game using the QR code or the link in the description, because new players will get so many items for free. You'll get an XP boost, an energy refill, an ancient shard, 200,000 silver, and a new epic hero, the Chonaru. This is the champion that you guys will get for free just for downloading the game. You can find these rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days. Alright guys, with that being said, let's get into the first game here. 8-0 right now. We'll see if we can get the 12 wins. Hopefully we can, and I'll see you guys when I find the first game. Okay guys, here we go. We found our first game. Also, I have some good news. My PC ended up arriving and everything, looks good as like planned. The only thing is I'm just waiting for the monitor for my PC to come here, and then once that's here I can set it up, and then you guys won't hear that annoying fan sound in the background. But yeah, as I said, I've had this laptop for over 3 years, and because I've been taking streaming and doing YouTube pretty seriously, I thought it's time to upgrade anyway. It's a good streaming PC, and as you got, and I already talked about it before, so some of you probably already know. But yeah, anyway, this guy's using Inferno Drag here, Tornado, Barbell, so maybe he's using like I don't know, it could be maybe Lumberloon Bowler, because we see the Inferno Jag, we see the NATO, we see the Barbarrel, but in this case he's going to have Lightning, so maybe it's maybe Electro Giant, because yeah, that would make the most sense. I think it has to be Electro Giant for sure. So maybe not going to be extremely easy, because he does have Lightning for our Queen. And also, I feel like Mega Knight doesn't do the best job at dealing with Electro Giants. But here's what the key will be in this matchup. It's going to be going for defensive Ramriders, because it slows down the Electro Giant and buys, our units more time to take it out. And overall, it's pretty annoying for him, I think. And that's the way we want to win this matchup. So I'm going to go for a Ramrider here. And you can see the Ramrider is actually going to tank the... Okay, so he's going to go for a Electro Giant. That's gonna, I guess, stun the Queen, so there's no point in activating the ability. We can just go for an Electro Whiz here and then go for a Barbarrel. Maybe he goes in for a Tornado to pull it all together. I'm not sure. It looks like he's actually gonna go for a bar barrel, so we just need to get a ghost down to get something to counter that if we can. It's going to come down late, but at least the bandit's going to connect, so we're actually going to get some damage back. And yeah, even though we did take some damage there, I think like overall we're not like in a horrible situation. I think I'm going to go Ramrider here, and if he goes for a cage, I can just lightning it. Yeah, let's see. So let's go for the lightning now to hit the brawler and the cage, and then maybe the Ramrider will be able to connect. Yeah, it looks like it will. So let's actually go for a queen on offense, knowing that he has lightning. I don't want to give him that value. So yeah, he's just going to have to go for a defensive lightning there, and that's fine with me. And here we're going to go for a defensive Ramrider for sure. I'm going to go for a bar barrel like this, and then we're going to go for a Ramrider on defense to hopefully slow down the Electro Giant, and then go for an Ewiz here on top of the Inferno Drag. But I think it's still going to be maybe a little hard to defend. Let's see. No, it looks like we survived, so really solid defense there. You can see that the Ramrider defensively is really solid, as I said. So I'm going to go for a Ramrider here on defense. We're going to, I guess, activate the Queen's ability, and hopefully we can deal enough damage to the Electro Giant before it takes the tower. Yeah, it doesn't, but I think Lightning does do enough to my tower, so I got to really watch out, and we got to make sure to pressure and be careful. But look at the Queen there on the opposite lane. He actually will need to defend that because of the ability here. Look at that. The Queen's going to do so much damage, and then we can just... No, we don't even need a Lightning. We're able to get the win there in the last second with the Queen ability. That is what I'm talking about. Absolutely insane. Going to give us 9 wins right now. We got a little lucky there because if he cycled back to one more Lightning, we for sure would have lost that. So the Queen, as always, coming in clutch is just super strong. And that game, the Mega Knight didn't get any value. There was no point in using it, and that is, in my opinion, a difficult matchup because of that reason. The Mega Knight doesn't get a lot of value, but you can see you can work your way around it, and you can win anyway with your other cards. So now let's get into the next one. All right, here we go. We found our next game here against Joker. Also, guys, please subscribe if you guys don't want to miss any of my content. Would really appreciate that. So we can just immediately start with a bar barrel. I think that's fine. Just apply a little bit of pressure. It's very cheap, pretty safe to do. And he's going to go for his own bar barrel. So probably, another, okay, he's going to Ramrider very aggressively. I don't know if I agree with that play because we can, of course, go for our own Ramrider there. And because he just went for a Lightning, I might go for a Queen at the bridge here because he doesn't have that Lightning in hand, and, he used a lot of Elixir, so I think it's, not a bad play. The only problem is that Electro Spirit actually, unfortunately, prevented us from activating that Queen's ability. But with that being said, we still got that Ramrider to the tower, got some significant damage, and I think we might be ahead slightly in Elixir just because he was so aggressive and still had to commit some on defense. So it looks like we're up a couple of Elixir here, so definitely going to send in the Ghost in the back. And yeah, look at that. We're up a whole 3 Elixir, so that's very good for us. And he just had to spend 5 there on our Ghost because, of course, his Ghost is invisible, so it wouldn't take it out. We're going to go Bar Barrel here just to distract this Ghost. He goes for a Lightning, not getting the optimal value out of that. I don't think that was really a good Lightning because he wants to be saving it for the Queen. Ewiz is not going to give him the value that he's looking for. So I think the Queen is going to get some solid value here. It might force like a Mega Knight out of him or something like that. We could actually ban it in the opposite lane because we don't want to feed his Mega Knight too much. I'm going to activate the Queen's ability here because I want to get it off before that Electro Spirit came in to reset it, of course, because that would not be good. We can go for a Ghost here, and I'm very tempted to... I really want a Ramrider, but because I feel like he's got a Mega Knight, I really got to watch out for that. So I think instead what we're going to do is just go for a Mega Knight here on top of his Ramrider and try to get a little bit of a counter push here. We could actually go for a Ramrider. I'm going to play it like all the way over here because if I play it right next to the Mega Knight, it would be easier for him to go for his own Mega Knight on top of it because I don't know why. I think he has a Mega Knight. He just, for some reason, has decided not to use it. I could be entirely wrong. Okay, there you go. I was going to say he didn't use it, though, for whatever reason. I think that was definitely his mistake there. He should have used it earlier. But yeah, that just made things easier for us. So we're going to go Mega Knight here on top of his Ramrider and just go for an Ewiz. And yeah, there's no way he's going to break through. Only 30 seconds to go as well. So yeah, he pretty much has no chance at this point unless I lost connection or, had a heart attack or something like that. Otherwise, I don't see us losing this one. So we'll go Ramrider here and Queen, and that is going to be GG. Yep, he's going to give up pretty much a mirror match. Just overall, I think some of his Lightnings early on were not the best, and we capitalized off of that, getting good value out of our Queens, and then he was not utilizing that Mega Knight enough. But anyway, 10-0 right now, no problem whatsoever. 2 more wins to go. Maybe we can get the clean 12-0. That would be, you know, pretty insane. I think this deck definitely is really solid, so I feel like I have a good chance of doing that, and I'll see you guys when I find the next game. Alright guys, here we go. In a game here against, it looks like this could be TNT from Tribe. I'm not entirely sure, but it could be. Give him the good luck. Maybe it's just like a fan or a fake, but maybe it's the real TNT from Tribe, if you guys didn't know. Yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess we can judge it based off of how well this guy plays. I mean, that's probably what it'll depend on. So I think here we can just go for the Queen's ability. Maybe he's going to, yeah, do the dash, and he does. So Queen is going to win because our tower is helping out, but the Golden Knight will actually win if the opponent's tower is helping out, so it really just depends what side of the map it's on. So here he's going to go for an Electric Spirit. I think, unfortunately, the Princess might stay alive if he logs or drops something else. Wait, I just realized he didn't have his log and cycle because he just used it, so never mind. So I think here we're going to go for a Mega Knight. I have to play it a little bit higher up just because if I played it too low, he could, of course, get it to dash on the Mega Knight and then the tower, which would not be ideal. So I'm curious if he has a building or not. I don't know if he has, like, an Inferno or something or a Tesla. I mean, obviously our Lightning is going to be, yeah, great against that, so I'm glad he does have a building. But I'm not going to use it here because we are in single elixir, and I don't think it would have benefited us in any way just because he, I don't know, clearly would have been, I don't know, like it would have been easy defense because with this type of deck that we're using, you really want to build up your main pushes in single elixir. So here we're just going to snipe that to take that out. And he's going to go for the Princess. I don't think he juked that at all. Yeah, he just played that normally, so definitely just going to go for a Barbell on top of that. And I guess here we can go for a Ghost. Hopefully we can take out the Princess there. Yeah, he isn't going to protect it. I thought maybe he would protect it with like a... Okay, that was kind of an interesting Tesla. I think for sure we can go Ramrodder because he might have to rocket it, which would be a bad trade. But I guess Golden Knight, surprisingly, is going to do a pretty amazing job of dealing with that. It is, you know... I mean, it is pretty solid on defense, so maybe I should have expected that. Maybe bad on my end to underestimate that, but we're going to go for Queen here. I don't know if he's going to rocket it or what. I guess we're about to find out. We'll just go for like a Bandit, and I think for sure we can Lightning this just because it's pretty good value. Maybe I could have hit the Golden Knight, so unfortunate that I didn't wait for him to drop it, but I wanted to make sure to Lightning in time before his Tesla got too much value. I guess here we can activate the Queen's ability. It's going to lock on top of his tower, so that's going to, yeah, as you guys know, take like half of his tower, more like 2/3 of his tower. Even though he had the log rolling in on it, it still did so much damage. And okay, that barrel coming in, again, it's just going to be normally. He didn't juke it. And just judging by how this guy's playing, I definitely don't think this is the real TNT from Tribe that used to play for Tribe and then quit playing competitive. I think it's probably a like a fake, but with that being said, I might have just given myself a little bit of karma because now I'm starting to have a little bit of trouble here, but I think we'll be fine because we have a pretty sizable counter push coming in and we have pressure in both lanes, and also he just missed the rocket there on top of that Ram Rider, so yeah, that's for sure going to be a good game. Really nice win though regardless. I'm going to check his profile. I'm going to feel pretty bad if this is the real TNT and he just, you know, I just assumed he wasn't for some reason, but let's see. So checking his profile here, actually, I mean, he's won a GC, so it's making me think there's like a chance it could be him. Also, he's placed 17th in a global tournament, so this might actually be the real TNT, like a mini account of him or something, so that's pretty crazy if that was him, and I think it was a good matchup for me, so honestly, he didn't play that bad because I feel like the Mega Knight pushes are just so hard for him to stop, but anyway, we're 11-0 right now. One more win to go. Hopefully we can get this clean 12-0. That would be really, really solid. Would be a great way to end the video. Okay, guys, here we go. This is it. If we win this game, 12-0. Let's see if we can get it. We'll give this guy good luck here. And wait, we'll just chill a couple seconds if this guy wants to do anything or not. Okay, he's going to go for a Miner. So we'll go for an Electric Spirit here just to, okay, just give him the chain effect. So that was actually completely pointless. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I mean, he's using a Miner control deck from the looks of it, so it's not like he's going to be able to punish us too severely with the Elixir lead. I mean, let's just try not to do something like that again. And maybe he's going to go, okay, Skeletons for that. Easy defense for him. I think I'm going to go for, like, Okay, he switched the lanes. I should have just waited for him to drop the miner. It's alright, though. Not really that big of a deal. But yeah, because it's a miner control deck, definitely going to want to be switching up the lanes I'm going in, because he most likely has delivery, and I don't want to give it too much value. So here he's going to have to devote attention to both the Mega Knight and the Queen. He defends really nicely, but he had to spend, I mean, a little bit of elixir to do so. He had to play a Dark Prince and a Delivery and a Tesla, so combined that's 11 elixir, so I mean, it definitely wasn't easy defense for him, and the Skeletons too, I actually think that's 12. So we can just go for Bandit here to pressure. His Skeletons aren't in cycle, so he, yeah, likely has to drop something he would have rather not played. Like, I'm sure he would rather not play that miner on defense. It's much better to play on my towers, but he had no choice because, as I said, he didn't have his Skeletons in cycle, which is the only card that can, I think, counter the Bandit in his deck for a positive trade, like cleanly anyway. So let's cycle our Queen here. I'm actually really curious to see if he's got a Rocket or if he has a Poison. He might have a Rocket just because he's using because he has the Dark Prince, but honestly I don't really know. I mean, it could be Poison too, because I feel like if he had a Rocket he definitely would have played it on my Archer Queen that I played in the back, so I'm not sure at this point, but I'm probably going to Lightning this Tesla here to try to sneak our Ram Rider through. I'm going to go Ghost in this lane, just again applying dual lane pressure. So yeah, let's go for the Lightning. I wanted to wait until we could hit the Dark Prince so we could take it out, and it didn't hit the shield because that would be worse. Obviously, Ram Rider is going to make it to the tower successfully, and just like that, we're going to take the lead. You can see this deck, the pressure of it is so solid, especially when you get into you know, double elixir. You can start to overwhelm these cycle decks. So we're going to go for a Ram Rider here, and this is probably going to be pretty annoying for him. I mean, that log isn't even going to take out the Queen, so he has to go for a delivery. And by the way, that Queen is still alive. If I can get the ability off, then he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He has to go Dark Prince, so not that much trouble, honestly, but he at least still had to commit a ton of elixir just to take it out, which I don't think he wanted to do. I'm just going to set up with a Mega Knight in the back here to try to build up a push, and then I'll go Ewiz if he goes for his miner, just to try to mitigate as much damage as I can. And then I guess we could go for a Ram Rider. We definitely should get a push going here. I think first I'll go for a Lightning on top of the Tesla, and then go for the Ram Rider. He's going to have to cycle back to another, and even if he defends this Ram Rider, we still got some solid damage from the Lightning, so it's not a complete fail of a push, because as long as we can accumulate that, you know, spell damage, that's really going to help us out, because it might not always be possible to break through with the Ram Rider just because the Tesla is, you know, a decent counter to it. So we'll just go for an Ewiz here. He might go for a miner as soon as he gets it back in cycle, just to try to keep up the pressure. And then I think here I'm going to go for just a Ghost on top of the miner. We'll go for a Queen here to snipe this Tesla, and just to, yeah, apply some pressure in both lanes. I think here we'll definitely go for a Ram Rider. We go for a Barbell like this, and definitely going to Lightning this here. And look at this, we're finally going to overwhelm him, and this is exactly what we're looking for, triple elixir. It's just really difficult for cycle players to play perfect against this type of deck, and this is where, you know, our deck definitely... Okay, so he's just going to spend 9 elixir there on my tower. Definitely a very risky investment, I would say, so we're going to try to punish him for that, because this is probably our best chance to do that, when he's going to spend 9 elixir on offense. Ewiz we get down in time, so the miner's not going to get any damage, and because of that, the only way he can win this game is by getting 2 rockets on my tower, I'm pretty sure, which is not going to be easy to do when I have, yeah, that coming in, and that is going to be GG. We're going to get the 12-0, really, really solid games, and this shows you guys this is definitely the best Mega Knight deck in the game right now. There aren't many things that counter it, and it does really good against Royal Hog Cycle. It can beat RG because you have Lightning, which gets a lot of value, and it also, of course, does good against just a lot of cycle decks in general, because you have, yeah, the Queen, the Mega Knight, and yeah, Lightning's good against the Cage and the Tesla. So that's going to give us the 12-0. I think I'll go ahead and open up this chest. And I said I was going to show a replay, but you know what? I don't think I actually have a replay, because before I was recording the last few games of this GC, I was actually playing some ladder, so and a competitive event. So I actually don't even think I have any more replays for the GC. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the video. Maybe I'll do a ladder video soon. I don't know, pushing with either Royal Hog Cycle or RG, but again, it's risky to play when you're this high up, and you know, I don't know. I don't have a lot of options of what I could use on ladder. I really wish I had all my cards maxed, but that's why I'm grinding GCs. I'm trying to upgrade all the cards that are good in the game. You know, like I might upgrade the Inferno Drag soon, and use like my tokens to, you know, get some of the other cards that are good upgraded. But yeah, you know, I'll figure it out. Maybe I can show replays. Like, let's say I push to top 3, I could like show replays. But yeah, I have already plans for my next video. I was thinking of doing a video on this deck. It's so strong in the meta. Golden Knight, E-Barbs, like, I'm excited to make a video on this. I actually won a GC with it already a little while ago, like a couple days ago. It's so good, and yeah, this deck is, I'm excited to make a video on it. But anyway, that's gonna be it. Make sure to like the video if you guys did end up enjoying it. Subscribe if you guys aren't subscribed already, and thanks again. Until next time, guys.